So, I'm recording for the first time. The third time, Jesus Christ, I cannot talk. First time, because instead of hitting the video button in Windows 8's camera, I hit the photo button. And second time because I was using the wrong microphone. So anyway, as I was saying, topic of today's incessant rant is computers telling you you're not allowed to access something on your own computer. So, a bit of background. I was tinkering in my registry. Now, Windows 8 likes to pop up an annoying your computer is low on memory message, when it is very much not low on memory. So, I found a way to disable that and involved deleting certain registry keys. So, I went to the registry and do that. I found the right keys, and then it pops up this message. You're not allowed to access this. You what? I mean, how dare you tell me I'm not allowed to access something on my own computer? That I find just downright rude from the computer. And the fix doesn't just involve clicking a button. It involves clicking a link, which opens a window, where I have to open another window, where I have to do some typing, and I have to close that window, and then close that window, and wait for Windows to realize that I want to actually access the thing. I should probably move my microphone further away. Yeah, this should be a bit better. In reality, it's quite annoying. Like, why on earth would you do that? I'm already editing the registry. That proves I'm not just average Joe who's found Reddit and just happened to browse to this string with a GUID as its name. And the same thing happens again. So I wanted to open the folder of a built-in Windows thing, and I open it. You're not allowed to access this thingy, which I find quite insulting, as I said. And why on earth would you not let me onto something on my own computer? Same thing goes on, for example, iPads. You're not allowed to modify your application, of course, because you could all do all kinds of weird shit. However, the good old days of the Apple II Plus. Now, this is just from account, since I was born way after the time of the Apple II Plus. And the Apple II Plus, the whole schematics were available online. Well, not online. Wait, I've got all my facts wrong, haven't I? Shit. Never mind, ignore what I just said. Probably just edit it out. So yeah, it just ties into the idea that you don't own your computer. Redmond, Washington does. Microsoft does. Yeah. Except that you are the one who spent the money on it. That also ties into the idea of the when you buy something digitally, you don't actually buy the thing, you buy a license to the thing. You buy a license to access the thing from your retailer, and the retailer it's all about buying a license to the thing, and the retailer who sells you the license can take it away at any time when they feel like it, for all sorts of reasons. In fact, in their EULAs, which you probably never read, there probably exists a clause saying like we can revoke the thing whenever we want for any reason, with or without telling you. Amazon made a little bit of a furore when they did this with the Kindle. You know that in the Kindle's EULA, it says that you're not allowed to transfer the books you buy onto other devices, competitors or otherwise, and even if you have all other full authorization to do it, even if the book you bought was in the public domain, you wouldn't be able to transfer it because Amazon. In fact, with the public domain it'd work. They would actually have a point, because public domain you could do anything with it, but that's besides the point. Sorry. And if you violate that, Amazon has the right to delete the books from your Kindle at any point in time without notifying you, which I find to be complete horseshit. However, it just ties into this new era of you don't actually buy the thing, you buy a license to it. However, to add insult to injury, on iTunes you buy a license to the music. However, so on your record deal, if you're a musician, you would be given a certain percent of the deal if it's a license, and a certain percent if it's a sale. However, despite it being technically a license, the label still treat it as a sale, and they give you those very few percent. And to add insult to injury, they also deduct certain percent for quote-unquote breakage, which probably accounts for the lost bits on the way to the iTunes store. What if this will become? But yeah, it ties into this whole DRM culture of you not actually owning the things you buy. And then comes in so-called Dr. O's first law, coined by Cory Doctorow, who writes a lot about this stuff. I'll link some stuff in the description if I remember to. Dr. O's first law states, anytime somebody hands you something that has a lock on it and doesn't give you the key, they're not doing it for your own good. Because in the terms of digital systems, they know you're going to get into it, they're just trying to delay it. And also there's legal reasons, which I'll get into in a second. Since, think about it this way. Say I were to sell you a chest of drawers, but I were to say that you may not open one of those drawers. No matter what I do, you'll be able to open that drawer, because I sold you the chest of drawers, it's yours, you're free to do whatever you want with it. I can staple the thing closed, stapling probably won't work. I can nail it closed, I could probably concrete it, but whatever happens, you'll still be able to open the thing. Same with DRM, it's not foolproof. The one thing that computers are excellent at is moving bits around, and DRM is technology that is supposed to make it harder to move bits around, ergo make it harder to do the one thing that computers were designed to be excellent at. Bruce Schneier states that, in another way of putting it, that making bits harder to copy is like making water that's less wet. BS. But now we get onto the legal reason for the whole DRM spiel. They know it will be easily broken, however, in the US, as part of the DMCA, there's a provision known as anti-circumvention, which basically states, when a copyright owner puts a lock on their copyrighted work, it is illegal to break that lock. It goes even more than that. It's illegal to tell someone how to break that lock. It's legal to tell someone how to make a tool to break that lock. One court even held it illegal to tell someone where to find how to break that lock. Translation, Google. Anti-circumvention is a nasty way of them making sure that you can't unlock their things. For example, a while ago, there was a court decision that says it's not illegal to jailbreak the iPhone, you can jailbreak iPhones. However, what the court ruling didn't say is that it's not illegal to make a tool that jailbreaks the iPhones, ergo making the thing completely pointless. So, I think that I've just proven here that DRM is bullshit. No, however, I'm gonna make one more point about anti-circumvention. Norwegian teenager, Jan Johansson. He bought some French DVDs, and he wanted to play them on his Norwegian DVD player. Since there's something called region locking on all DVDs that say, like, if you buy a DVD in a certain region, you can't play it on a DVD player from another. This makes sense because in certain regions, the GDP per capita, average GDP per capita is lower than others, and so they have to make the price lower there, otherwise nobody will buy it. However, they have to protect against somebody in a richer region importing it from the poor regions and paying less. So they region lock it, like, if you buy it in this poor region, you can only play it on DVD players in this poor region, and so on and so forth. So Jan Johansson bought some French DVDs and he wanted to play them on his Norwegian DVD player. He and some friends wrote some scripts to break the encryption system known as Content Scrambling System, or CSS, not to be confused with the web standards. He is a wanted man in the US. The Americans got the fuzz in Norway to bring him in on charge of trespassing on a computer system. Now, the most interesting thing happened was that when his defense asked what computer has John trespassed upon, and the prosecution answered, wait for it, his own. And that, we've come full circle. You're being told you're not allowed to do something on a computer that you own, that you bought the operating system for and everything.